Hi friends, Andy Vegan. Time for my daily greens, and I have a Lollo Bianco or Lollo Verde, green Lollo lettuce. They have different names. It's hard to find the English pendant for the Italian name. Lollo Rosso, Lollo Verde. This is the name of these lettuces. They can be red or green. So I call it Lollo Bianco, white. But it's green, of course, here. And this is why it's curly. Yeah, that's the Lollo, the curl. And here's the tender leaf. You see these leaves are tender, very soft. And the tender leaves, they have an advantage. That means they taste usually more delicious than the firm ones. And you can just tear them apart like this with a hand. And wash them, of course. There's usually sand or something on the leaves, so and wash is important. And the washing also in cold water makes them fresh. That's very important. You cannot get a delicious salad with a green leaf when the leaf is not fresh and crunchy. And the freshness, you want to keep that freshness while making the salad and while serving it until you eat it. It has to remain fresh. And with the tender leafy green, that is not so easy because they get wilted very fast. But the Lollo Bianco, Lollo Verde, this one, is a little bit firmer than the butterhead, for example, or the oak leaf that's even more tender. So this is a little bit firmer, so it's a little bit easier than the very tender. And the flavor, you have to taste every single leaf, every single lettuce, they have different flavors. And to find out what kind of dressing you need, or the other ingredients can be combined. So that's very important for the lettuce, for the salad. And to have it like this here, the fluffy base, I call that is the start for the salad. And with the tender leafy greens, just tear them apart. With the firmer leaves, you cut them into pieces. That's what I do to get this kind of texture. And to keep it like that with the tender leafy greens, not so easy. One thing you cannot do is toss it right away. Once the salad is ready and the dressing is on top, no tossing. Only when you eat it, directly before you eat. That is the tender leafy green rule. Otherwise, it wilts very fast. But the flavor is nice. It's easy to combine with ingredients for the flavor. Otherwise, when it's firm, you have these firm leaves. They have more minerals. They are more bitter. And you have to be careful what to put on it to balance the bitter flavor. With the tender leafy greens, that is easier part. So salad can be tricky, but you want to have a delicious salad because this is our healthiest food. Dark leafy greens, science call them, and they are the best food for humans, scientifically, but the average speaking. The easiest way to make a salad with the lean greens, to me, is a onion, second ingredient. I have a small onion, chop it up, or slice it thinly. When I have only an onion, I just slice it thinly. But when I have other ingredients, I chop it up, the onion. And the dressing. That would be 3 ingredients, my easiest recipe. That would be nice and good enough to have a nice salad. And a second step would be, when that is good, I add, for example, I found in recent weeks here, the triplet of tomatoes, black olives, and red chili peppers. Some of you might have heard it already in my videos. Tomato. This is an egg tomato. I don't know what it's called in English. It's egg tomatoes, a whole class of tomatoes. They're very delicious. And then I have a black olive. I halve them. I try to get low sodium olives because the sodium content of olives can make the whole day. So you don't want to have too much because that is the most dangerous killers for humans in the West. The industrialized countries that eat too much salt. And the third ingredient of this triplet is the red chili pepper. This triplet here is so delicious. Tomato, black olive, red chili pepper. It really makes a salad fresh and fruity. It's a wonderful addition to a green salad. So I make many salads here with that base. the green leaf of the onion, then the triplet, tomato, olive, and chili pepper. And then I have one more ingredient that is very nice for many salads. It is a chives, a half bunch today. It's a small salad, just 7 ingredients and very light ingredients. No avocado today. That will be very heavy as compared to these ingredients. Don't do that today. You just have a light salad that is every day, and it's different. Some days I feel like more and dense and more complexity. Some days just a light salad, and some days a medium. So 7 ingredients of these light ones is today. And the dressing is a sweet sour cashew dressing. So the Lollo Verde, this leaf, I have made some salads with this dressing, but not many. So I change small things in a salad variation. When I have a new dressing, I make all these variations. Here I showed you with the triplet of with the onion, with the tomatoes, black olives, and red chili peppers. And then on top of it, the chives. Makes it taste like spring with the cream dressing. And the onions and the green leaves. That's everything. But I could also add an avocado. I could add so many other things, other herbs, beans, lentils. There are so many things I could add here. But today, just this, and every recipe would be a different one because every single ingredient counts. And here the sweet sour cashew dressing, I just pour it over, not too much. The tender leafy greens, they are tender and don't like too much dressing. Otherwise, they would wilt again, too much weight on top of them. But they taste good and you don't need that much dressing because they have not a too bitter flavor. When you have a bitter flavor, oftentimes you want to have more dressing to make it balance the bitter flavor. Bitter is a good quality, but it's cleansing, it's healthy, but you have too much of it, it tastes, nobody likes it. Most people don't like it. So you want to balance it in a nice way. So the sweet sour cashew dressing is a perfect balance for these bitter flavors of the greens. And it is cashews, apple cider vinegar, dates, not too much, pepper and salt. 5 ingredients and water, and then you can have a wonderful green salad. I don't toss it now. As I said, it's tender leafy green. It would ruin the salad, tossing it too early. And I'm looking forward to enjoying it right now. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. There's another video under this one, where I show you how to make the sweet sour cashew dressing, but it's very easy. Check it out. And you can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and X. Yeah, you can subscribe, MD Vegan, have another recipe every single day. Like my video if you like the video. And enjoy the endless vegan variety.